work, and I thought I'd squeeze in a review in. But before that, I want to mention some of my newest subscribers: Hagarox, Martha Cecilia Orozco Ospina, Doug Ryan, and Wildman Beyond. Thanks, the four of you, for subscribing to my channel. And I got some really cool comics. Some I'm going to review, some I just want to show. I got this cool Badger 36. It's an awesome cover by Mike Zeck from, you know, it's like 88. It's from 88. This is an awesome cover. This one, man, this is like one of my favorite covers of all time. Just so cool. I can't believe I scored it at Nine Lives bookstore. This cover is done by Steve Rude. And man, it's just so awesome. The comics I'm going to review are these comics I got years ago. Bloodstrike and Brigade. It was this. I used to go to this comic book store, Purple Cactus, and they had these boxes of comics, and there was like, I think it was 25 cents a comic, so like $4 for $1. And I don't know, actually it was this cover, this one I thought was really cool and it stuck out. The back's cool too. Bloodshot, he's really cool too. And I didn't even notice that it was part of this Blood Brothers thing. I actually like bought all of them, and I didn't even know there was part of like one whole series, but I just bought them all. The covers are really cool. Well, some of them are. This one like folds out. That's pretty cool. These are all of them. And then I read them, and they were just okay. They're actually pretty dumb, but they had a lot of killing and bloody action in them, so they're pretty cool. So since I bought them, I've reread them, and each time, you know, just find something different. Like they're written by Rob Liefeld, and if you know who he is, you know, people hate his art or love it. But I was just, man, looking at these, I was like, man, this is just like a rip-off. You can see on the cover, it's like a rip-off of Cable. This guy, his name is Cabot, and then this other guy, his name is Battlestone. I mean, there's like, so he ripped off. I think he created Cable or helped, and he just ripped himself off so bad. And then there's these other guys. This guy Seahawk, and then this guy Deadlock. They're just rip-offs of Wolverine. You can't even really tell what powers they have. They're just like, they got guy Deadlock's got sharp teeth. This guy Seahawk, he's just, I don't know, he's strong, and I think he could fly. And I was like, man, this is so bad. But it being so bad, it's pretty good. But you could, I thought, you know, they're really trying to write something different, but it's just really bad. It almost kind of reminds me of some of the stuff from Metalocalypse. But Metalocalypse, you know, they know what they're doing. They're making fun of all this stuff. And here, it seems like they're being really serious. But I've reread them like 3 times, and I reread them again for this review. And they're really not that good. They rip off so many ideas from like X-Force and X-Men and like Cable. But I don't know, it's still pretty fun for reading them. I got these other ones, Brigade 0 and number 1. You know, these were from Image Comics back in like '93. I forgot this was in here as a Wildcats, Jim Lee. These were better than the Brigade and Bloodstrike. But like if you buy comics and you were at comic store, you know, every comic book store has like boxes and boxes of cheap comics. These would probably be in there, and if you could get all 6, they're pretty fun. Actually, I would like to see a movie of this, because it could be really good for being so bad. Let's I said this cover made me like, I was like, man, this looks really cool. Even it kind of looks like Batman too. He totally looks like Cable there. The art varies. Like Liefeld didn't draw any of these, but man, he's like an even worse writer than he is an artist. But this guy Dan Fraga, he drew some, and the issues he drew I really liked. See if I know he drew he drew the cover for this one. And I don't know, there's something about his art that, you know, it's not the greatest, but I don't know, it almost seems like more underground, like some underground comics I've seen. Like, look, it's just like Wolverine, but not Wolverine. And they have characters like this girl, her name is Lethal. They have one guy called KO, Boone. They're just so lame and like generic. Like, I mean, these guys are, you know, decent artists. You'd think they'd have a better imagination of like coming up with stuff. Rob Liefeld, he did create some cool characters, but they should have at least asked, you know, a more seasoned writer to help them with this, because it could have been really cool. But it is, for how bad it is. You know, it's so bad it's good. And I'll probably reread them again sometime. But if you buy a lot of comics like I do, it even says Blood Brothers Part 1. This one doesn't even have what number it is. This is the finale. It's 4, 3. And Brigade actually lasted for a couple of years. I'm surprised. And then the letter pages, like, all these fans are heaping praise on how great. Like, this is like one of the best comics they've ever read, and the greatest art ever. I was like, man, what are these guys reading? I mean, there's a lot better. Like these badgers are spectacular. But, you know, it's for another review. But I don't know, I'm surprised I've thrown so many comics away. I'm surprised I haven't thrown these away. But I'll probably hold on to these. This is like a foil cover. It's really nice. For like $1, you know, it was worth it. And I don't think this is, like, even his teeth are coming off. You can feel them. I don't think this has ever been collected either. I mean, no one really would want to read it. But I did. So that's about it for Bloodstrike, Brigade, Blood Brothers from Extreme Studios. And yeah, just rereading, like, this keeps go on forever saying how bad these are, but so good. And that's it. And I'll see you later.